drowning, dying.
Should have a life jacket on.
Yeah, you should. Bad form.
Don't try that at home. I'm a trained professional. Alright, so we haven't got diesel fuel since we left Monterey. We were gonna get it in San Luis, but the diesel dock, fuel dock was a commercial dock. It would have bashed our boats against these piers, covered up in mussels and stuff, so we didn't do it. Then we went to Santa Cruz, ended up motoring around Point Conception because there was no wind. It was dead calm like a lake, and we had maybe a gallon of fuel left, and we are now 52 hours to go 80 miles. We did the first 40 in 9 hours. So for the last 30 hours or something, we have been doing like a half a knot, and our patience are over. I thought we've done pretty good. So we're trying to get to Catalina Harbor before dark, so this is what we're doing.
There's Catalina.
Glad we bought a 15 horse. We're cruising along at 3.5, 4 knots. She's at half throttle. We could probably go faster, but we don't want to push it. Lesson learned. You know, keep a better eye on your fuel consumption so you don't have to do this.
Because you never know.
You never know.
Going to do some hiking today?
Yeah, that mountain right there has been
Taunting you.
Yeah, that mountain's been taunting me for like 3 days now. There's a little structure at the top. It's not that far. It's 6 mile round trip, I think I read. But it's pretty much straight up the ridge line. There's no switchbacks. It's gonna be good. Hopefully we make it, but we spend enough downtime, it'll be good to get some exercise.
Oh crap. Whew, we're almost there. I know not to sit down on hikes, but holy shoot. Wow. Can tell we haven't been hiking for a while. But it's good. It's nice to be out here. We can see California, LA, Santa Barbara, and all of Isthmus. Pretty so far. It's going to be even prettier up on top. It's a pretty clear day. Welcoming committee. How fitting. Did you see the welcoming committee? They're waiting for me to kill over.
The crow?
Yeah. I didn't kill over though. Oh man, that's hard. Hard. Well, we're hiking back. We haven't seen any buffalo yet. There's been 2 that hang around on the hillside next to Haraya, but we haven't seen them today. So in the 30s, when they were doing movies here, they brought some buffalo over for the movie sets and failed to round them up. They only brought like 18 or something like that. They were less than 20. The herds grew to like over 300, so now they maintain them at about 150 head, but they seem to be hiding today. Lost on Catalina. We totally cheated. Every road around here is right next to a trail. So we took the trail up, which was super steep, and then we took the road down, which is a little easier on the knees. I think it's fair. We're here to have a good time.
So, we've learned a few things since leaving Rio Vista. One, the wind's not very reliable. Predict wind's not always accurate. Two, we motor a lot more than we sail. And we came in, we burned too much fuel coming around Point of Conception. We ended up coming into Cat Harbor with maybe a gallon of fuel left in the tank. And the fuel dock's on the other side of the island. So it's like, what, a third of a mile one way? Mm-hmm. So this is basically, I'm gonna call it 3/4 of a mile. It's just over half, but I'm going with 3/4. Round trip, back to the boat, back to the dinghy, back to the boat to get some diesel fuel at this little gas station. And we're gonna do this 3 times so that we have enough fuel to get to Avalon in case the wind dies. The joys of sailing. This wasn't in the book. The Enjoy Sailing book.
Kind of regretting your exercise earlier?
I'm thinking I need to exercise more so that doesn't make me out of breath. Oh, the traps burn. Whew, 2 more times.
Sometimes it doesn't splash on me, other times it does. The great man beast talking to himself.
Man beast?
So, another great mystery, huh?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. So, good and a bad thing just happened. One, I don't have to pack more fuel. We only put 7 gallons in our tank and it is, like, it's topped off. There's no way it can fit anymore. But that also leaves a question. It's supposed to burn just over a gallon an hour. We have like 28, 29 hours or something on the hour meter. There's no viewport on the fuel tank to open up and actually see how much was in it, but we kind of banged on the side of it and it sounded pretty empty. So either our tank's smaller than we thought, we don't burn as much fuel as we thought, or we're just idiots. I haven't decided yet. We will figure out. We're gonna do a little more research to find out exactly how big our fuel tank is. So we have the specs on the motor. It burns 1.07 gallons an hour. That is what the manufacturer says.
2,500 RPM. At
2,500 RPM. We usually run around about 2,000 RPM. So we figure we burn a gallon an hour. But it's not quite making sense. So we're gonna sort it out. We're gonna figure it out because I would really like to know how many hours we can go on a fuel tank of gas, of diesel. So one more mystery to figure out.
53 hours of drifting. Thinking we were
apparently
out
Jessica's upset about that.
Of fuel. Not upset. It was a great adventure.
But we're thinking we had more fuel in our tank than we thought we did when we motored in here with our dinghy. But we'll find out. All right, we're leaving 2 harbors. Headed to Avalon.
Get off the boat. Get off the boat. Get off the boat.
We've been on the boat for 2 days. We 3 days ago we tied the dinghy up. We were ready to go to Avalon, and this gale warning came in, and we had 30 knot winds, probably gusts in the 40s.
In the safe harbor.
Yeah, so they were turning people away from two harbors in Isthmus Bay and also in Avalon. So
everybody was coming to Cat Harbor for protection.
Right. We got inundated by boats.
There's a lot.
So we are finally on our way.
Anybody else have this problem? They have to sail on their tiptoes because they can't see over the Dodger. Yeah.
I'm gonna buy you a stool.
We're sailing!
Slowly.
We're not the best sailors, but we sure do enjoy it when we do get to go out. And it takes us to beautiful places. So you just heard the clock tower. It goes off every 15 minutes. It's charming, actually. I quite like it. Goes along with all the tiny, narrow roads and little tiny houses. We're having a good time. Here's our view. And Haraya's down there. I don't know where the camera is, but we're right there. What? Are we right there?
Right there. That's
there
us.
she is.
Yeah.
That is cool.
And then this goes up, and these will carry more current
Okay.
across there. And then that sends it up through those wires. There's the 5 notes.
Oh yeah.
And then here's the peals to hours, this one.
Right?
So then it goes to there and it carries that current up. So anyway, there's 2 coils, the striker coil,
Right.
this big one, and the retract coil. And then it'll send this.
Oh wow. Yeah, yeah.
And then through some switches, like a switch here and these, it'll retract it right here. So it'll strike it, and then retract it.
That is
And then
so
all
cool.
together, it goes like this.
Oh wow.
Put your hand there, it's kind of cool.
It's a good little vibration. Oh, you can't reach.
I did, I felt it.
Try to
actually.
push that bell by hand and deflect it. Now
Wow.
watch how much it deflects when I fire it. Keep your hand away.
Yeah, yes sir.
It's hard.
That is strong. That's
Really?
amazing.
In the way.
Yeah,
That is so cool.
yeah, it's really neat. Yeah.
That is awesome. So cool. So that was an awesome, awesome day. We took a random hike up to the bell tower to see if we could check that out. Was going up the wrong way, like Sam likes to do, but it doesn't matter because we're on foot, not in a vehicle.
It was just fine. It worked out really
But
well.
He was right, I was wrong. And we got there right at the same time as the bellkeeper got there, who was there to adjust the bells because it's losing a little bit of time. Took us in, let us see the whole thing. We got some video of it, it's great.
Yeah, got a private tour.
Told Sam about how everything works. And then, after we said goodbye and walked away, he caught us on the road, picked us up in his little delivery
three-wheel
truck.
drive delivery, I don't know what it was, his maintenance truck.
And took us clear all the way through town and up through all of the residential areas and then back to the boatyard, which is by Pebbly Beach. Told us to take this hike up here to look over the ocean, which is awesome. That's what we're doing right now. Do you remember the name of this mountain?
I want to say Carmel Peak, but
no, it's not Carmel. It started with an A.
I don't know.
I'll look it up. But it's really pretty. We're right above the boatyard right now, and we're gonna continue walking up and over Ada. Is it Ada?
Maybe.
Might be Ada. I don't know. But anyway, up and over, and then we'll get another view of the harbor looking from this way.
Yeah.
So we'll be looking towards the chime tower.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Back over Avalon Bay.
Yeah. So super excited.
Yeah, it's been a very interesting day. All we was gonna do was go for a walk, and we got a private tour of the chime tower,
And
private tour of the island.
And hopefully we don't get ran over by golf carts. Or a Hummer.
As beautiful as our time was on Catalina Island, the fuel issue was still eating at us. Why does one drift for 40 plus hours thinking they are low on fuel, then only find out that they have plenty of fuel? It's because they weren't keeping a detailed log to understand their burn rate. And accidentally leaving your key on continues to run the meter. Considering that, and the exciting time 38 hours in, when the drifting was taking us in circles, passing the same container ships for hours, and floating backwards towards our destination, and drawing figure eights and squiggly lines on our tracker, we now keep a detailed log from our hour meter to compare to gallons placed in the tank. Since then, the math has been exactly right. Imagine that. Oh, and if you're ever in an anchorage with a little green boat, and you hear the people on board yelling back and forth, "Key off! Key off!" you'll know it's us. We are those people. Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe, and we hope each of you will chase your dreams and share your smiles.